Hello. In my last video in the series of English poems, I discussed the poetic theory of William Butler Yeats and the development of his poetic career, giving emphasis on his poem The Wild Swans at Coole. Today I am going to discuss 15 MCQ questions from that text. The questions are going to be very helpful for the students preparing for NET and the students preparing for West Bengal SLST examinations. These questions are also very important for the general students who are pursuing UG and PG courses in different universities. Let's move on to the questions. The first question is, in which of the following years did Yeats first visit Lady Gregory's country house at Coole Park? The options are 1916, 1917, 1897 and 1895. The correct answer is 1897. The poem Wild Swans at Coole was written between 1916 and early 1917, and the poem was published in the June 1917. So if we go 19 years before, as in the poem Yeats again and again says that 19 autumn has come upon me, so 19 years before it becomes 1897. Question number 2. What is the meaning of the expression "my heart is sore" in the poem? The options are: the poet's heart or mind is very happy. Option 2, the poet is very optimistic. Option 3, the poet is very sad and bitter. And the last option, the poet is very lively. The correct answer is the poet is very sad and bitter. Okay, comparing to the joyous spirit of the swans, the poet has grown old, and that's why his heart is sore or tormented. Okay. Question number 3. What does the word still in the phrase "still sky" suggest? The options are immovable, inactive, calm and quiet, and the last option is changing. The correct answer is calm and quiet. Question number 4. Trod with a lighter tread. What does the word trod mean in the line? Options are went first, walked slowly, ran, and the last option went away. The correct answer is walked slowly. In the third stanza of the poem, we have that line, trod with a lighter tread. Trod means walking very slowly, very cautiously. The next question, which of the following adjectives is not used by Yeats to describe the swans? The options are brilliant, mysterious, happy, and the last option beautiful. The correct answer is happy. In the poem, we find that while describing the swans, Yeats used the line in the third stanza, "I have looked upon those brilliant creatures." And again, in the last stanza, while describing the swans, he said, "Now they dripped on the still water, mysterious, beautiful." So, brilliant, mysterious and beautiful, these three are the adjectives which are used by the poet to describe the swans. The word happy is not used. Next question. Which of the following figures of speech is used in the phrase clamarous wings? The options are metaphor, apostrophe, onomatopoeia, and the last option is pun. The correct answer is onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is a figures of speech where the sound echoes the sense. Here in the clamorous wings, the sound is echoing the way the swans are flying, okay, creating a sound with the flapping of their wings. Metaphor, as we all know, is a figures of speech where two different things are compared in a very implicit way. Apostrophe is an impassioned address made to a person or a thing absent. Pun is a figure of speech that includes a play of words that have more than one meaning or those that sound alike. Here the correct option is onomatopoeia. Question number 8. Why Yeats calls the swans mysterious in the poem? The options are: nothing definite is known about them. Option 2, they are shrouded in mystery. Option 3, they are in dark. And the last option is, they are unaffected by the passage of time. The correct answer is the last one, that they are unaffected by the passage of time, and this is the reason why Yeats in the last stanza of the poem calls the swans mysterious and beautiful. The next question: in which month of the year does this poem take place? September, October, November, December. The correct answer is October. At the very first stanza of the poem, the poet says, under the October twilight the water mirrors a still sky. So the reference of the month October is very clear in the poem, though the poem was published in June 1917. Question number 10. Which of these rhyme schemes does the Wild Swans at Coole follow? Option 1, A, B, B, A, C, C. Option 2, A, B, C, B, D, D. Option 3, A, B, A, B, A, C. Option 4, A, B, C, B, C. The correct answer is the second one, A, B, C, B, D, D. The poem is of 13 lines of 5 stanzas, each stanzas containing 6 lines, and these 6 lines, the rhyme scheme is that the first 3 lines are not rhyming with each other. The fourth line is rhyming with the second line, and the last 2 lines are rhyming with each other. Okay, so this is a peculiar kind of rhyme scheme which is used by W.B. Yeats in the Wild Swans at Coole. Question number 11. Where was Yeats when he wrote the poem The Wild Swans at Coole? The options are Galway, Ireland, Dublin, Ireland, Cork, Ireland, and the last option is Aran Islands. The correct answer is Galway, Ireland. We all know that the poem is set and written at Coole Park, okay, in the country house of Lady Gregory, and the Coole Park is situated in Galway, eastern part of Ireland, and the place is situated beside the sea. Next question. What did the missing 60th swan not symbolize in the Wild Swans at Coole? The options are: first, Mortgone who rejected his love. Option 2, the poetic success that eluded Yeats. Option 3, Lady Gregory's son who killed in First World War. And the last option is Yeats' loneliness being without a wife. The option is the poetic success that eluded Yeats, the second option. I have discussed in detail in my previous video why not the number 60 is used in the poem. Every time it is 59 swans, okay, and what was the missing one, okay, is symbolizing, okay. That missing one symbolizes Maud Gone, who rejected his love. It may also be Lady Gregory's son, who died in the First World War, and we all know that besides James Inge, Lady Gregory has a very deep impact in the poetic career of W.B. Yeats. It also can be Yeats's loneliness being without a wife in the year 1916 and 17 when he was writing that poem at Coole Park in Lady Gregory's country house. The correct answer is the poetic success that eluded Yeats in those time. It has no possibility of being that 60th swan. Okay. Next question. Which of the following figures of speech is used in the phrase companionable streams? The options are alliteration, transpart epithet, hyperbaton and oxymoron. The correct answer is transpart epithet. In the phrase companionable streams, the streams is not companionable, but the swans who are in that stream, they are companionable. They are lover by lover in pairs. They are in loving couples. So the epithet which should be connected with the swans is transferred from the swans to the streams. So it's a transferred epithet. Alliteration, as we all know, is a figures of speech where the same sound is repeated in the nearby words or consecutive words. Hyperbaton is an exaggeration, and oxymoron is a figures of speech where two opposite words are placed side by side for emphasis, okay, like darkness visible, regularly irregular. Okay. So here the companionable streams is an example of transpart epithet. Next question. How old was Yeats when he wrote the Wild Swans at Coole? The options are 49, 51, 19, 59. The correct answer is 51. We all know that Yeats was born in the year 1865 and the poem was written in 1916. So he was 51 years old when he wrote the poem in the country house of Lady Gregory at Coole Park in Galway, Ireland. The 19 autumn is again and again mentioned in the poem. So এখানে সেই অপশনটাও আছে. 59 swans are also mentioned in the poem. 59 সেটাও আছে. So এই দুটোকে গোলালে চলবে না. So when Yeats wrote that poem, he was 51 years old, not 19 and not 59. The last question. What poetic school does Yeats fall into? The options are first modernism, second romanticism, third postmodernism, and the last option romanticism and modernism. The correct answer is romanticism and modernism. We find that at the very beginning of his career, Yeats was following writers like Shelley, Keats, the pre-Raphaelite poets. Okay, so he was very much a romantic, but towards the end of his poem, we find that the romantic Yeats is actually, in the experiment of themes, he was becoming from a romantic to a modern poet. Okay, so he's a romantic. He falls into the school of romanticism and modernism. One thing is very important in the poem Coole Park and Ballylee 1931, which is a very complex mournful poem that depicts loss and changes again at the landscape at Coole Park. Yeats very boldly declared himself as the last romantic. But Yeats is also a very major figure in the modernist poetry. In my next video, I am going to discuss Wilfred Owen's A Strange Meeting. Stay tuned. Thank you very much.